Fire extinguisher under the front left seat, which is where I'll be sitting unless you want to fly.
I do. I do want to fly.
Yeah. You can do anything you want once. Just not with me.
Yeah, and if you're doing a last minute mountain bear hunt, don't do it last minute. Plan ahead. Don't just show up in Montana and be like, hey dude, I'm here, let's rock and roll, and then bear hunt in your hey dudes. Going to Montana.
This locks it all the way back. Will unlock it, and then you can just push it open. Yeah, 20 years in the Navy, most of it in F-18s, and then a little bit of time in A-10s, and then a little bit of time teaching at the Air Force Academy. It's cold. We've got lower overcast, so the ridges are obscured, and we're just gonna be following valleys and sneaking over ridges, making our way over. I'd say we're navigating by eyes alone, but I've got an iPad with some good information, so.
Well, that was rad. We made it to Montana. We're gonna chase bears. I think the next stop is the Bitterroots. The Navy pilot got me there. It's not an F-18, it's not a Hornet, but he flew the shit out of this thing.
It was the right airplane for the job.
I'm making Tucker do all the hard work here. We're heading into some national forests, and you wouldn't know it's spring. We got like 2 inches of snow last night. Cold fronts moving in, and we're gonna try to do some spot and stalk bear hunting.
Beautiful. A little moisture on the trees.
We're heading up into the national forest, and he's got some spots where he thinks he's seen bears or where he's patterned bears in past years. And we're just gonna get up and, you know, glass where we can. You know, we'll be hiking in, setting up a shelter. Should be fun. So we've been driving around all morning. The fog lifted up high, so we're finally getting out. We're gonna hike in, try to get a good lookout position. Yeah, we're gonna get in here and see what we can find. We're in big country. We got high peaks we can't see because of the fog and a lot of big rocky outcrops. Like where in all this are the bears?
I mean, we're looking for those rocky zones. Any form of like granite rock that like have green protruding grass around it and some natural wildflowers, like the bears will kind of key into that zone. When the alders start budding out, they'll eat those alder berries quite a bit. Anything that's like wet and green that's, you know, showing the first sign of life for the year is kind of where they're going to be hanging out. They'll kind of hang in this higher country, you know, through the summer, and then as it hits fall, they'll kind of start pushing out of these canyons and get lower into the valleys where there's, you know, bigger berry supply and fruit trees. And so it's totally different spring bear hunting from fall bear hunting.
I swear if I stare at these stumps long enough, they start to walk.
Yeah, exactly.
There's two out there, way out there. It looks like a mother and a cub.
Right? Like those bears have been holed up all day today.
They're not gonna come out.
Would you want to be out walking around in this all day?
No.
Walking around? We just embraced the suck of the weather today, and we're gonna call it an evening. Come back tomorrow and give her hell. Alright, my friend, this is where boys become men. I'm gonna hike up that ridge right there. And I feel like if I was a bear, I would want to push out of where I've been seeing them in that timber patch right across from us, kind of up in there.
Yep.
I've been seeing them in there. I feel like they'd want to like trickle to here.
So we got to our rock, and we are gonna layer up and blaze orange up and get set up here. We set up a little glassing post. So we just literally sat down and Tucker's cutting firewood and there's a bear right over there. We were debating whether going higher and getting in the snow, and we felt like we weren't high enough. Tucker's like, this is what we got to do.
Good spotting, pal. Dude, something told me not to keep going. Like, that's something I've just learned over the years, is you trust that gut. Look at him coming down.
We spotted one. What's the move in this? How are we gonna get to him?
So we're gonna drop like back down off the ridge here, and then we actually got to go back down canyon. With this weather system, it's gonna be squirrely, so we're either gonna have to, maybe stay on the up canyon side of him and go up and try and locate him back in this timber patch, or we'll go down canyon of him if that wind's pushing down the canyon and try and come up on his right side. We haven't seen him come out of this one timber patch, so we figure if we maybe put ourselves over in that zone and creep around, if he decides to wander out, we might get a chance.
That's what I thought back there. Because the one closest to us, the claws were the other way. Maybe like turn around in there. Yeah, look right there.
He got over into the zone and then might have walked a little higher than we needed to. Came back. And we're like just gonna sit maybe on top of this perch for a little while. We've like tracked the bear kind of down into this rocky zone, and there's no snow, so we can't really track him from there. He's hit some dry ground, so we're just gonna sit up and chill out for a little while, see if we can get lucky.
No bears. We set up our little overwatch and we're there 20 minutes, and the fog and the snow, and it was like, this just isn't our day. But we got on one. It was pretty rad, man.
I mean, amongst the elements, I'm just glad we didn't get skunked. We saw a bear. This trip, 1 for 2. That's batting 500. Like you said, that's Hall of Fame in the major leagues. So we'll try and get after him next year and try and get a few more days with you fellas.
Yeah, and if you're doing a last minute mountain bear hunt, like plan ahead, or actually don't do it last minute, plan ahead. Don't just show up in Montana and be like, hey dude, I'm here, let's rock and roll, and then bear hunt in your hey dudes. You know? Yeah, we need those.
Yeah. Mountaineering. We're mountaineering out here. We're hunting out goats.
We're mountaineering. Me, I was skiing. In the wind.
Awesome couple days with you, my man.
Yeah, dude, it was fun, man.
Yeah.
We got after it.